So like it was easy for us to work with IFAS because they are used to discovering new sounds.
How do we kind of create bridges between South Africa and France and make meaningful kind of contributions to society while doing that?
You know what's exciting about IFAS is they're not afraid to play.
Never, never, and never again shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppression of one by another and suffer the indignity.
The fact that IFAS is turning 30 shows that it's a project that has started at the dawn of democracy in South Africa. It expresses the commitment from the French Republic to accompany this young democratic South Africa on its path towards, openness, modernization.
1994, for all of us, was an unbelievable moment.
We were into a new democracy, and it was a wonderful opportunity to reconnect with the world. And IFAS was one of the very first European countries to establish a cultural office in Johannesburg, at the heart of where the cultural precinct was, in Newtown.
It was actually very interesting to live in Newtown. It was fantastic for us to be in the middle of this and to be part of this history.
L'Afrique du Sud était très à la mode et beaucoup de chercheurs voulaient venir en Afrique du Sud et beaucoup de jeunes chercheurs voulaient venir en Afrique du Sud.
So we were sort of the first researchers, so to say, to come actually and research in South Africa from France, because there had been a lot of people wanting to do research in South Africa, but it was not very, very effective or very easy to do so.
The French Institute of South Africa was established in May 1995 in Newtown, Johannesburg.
The French just leapt in and said, yeah, this is where we've got to be. Next to the Market Theatre.
The choice of this neighborhood was deliberate. It was a manifesto because Newtown was creative, rebellious, a symbol of cultural struggle against apartheid.
They didn't just parachute into the country, bring in French culture and enforce it down our throats. Is that they wanted interaction.
If you compare IFAS with the other French institute in the world, what we are doing here is completely different. We are promoting South African art. Okay, but this is bizarre because, French cultural diplomacy is to promote French art. Why? Because South African artistic expression has been denied for decades.
To have IFAS creating a relationship between South African filmmakers and French independent producers, it's also to say we share ideas, we share experiences, we share resources.
I was nominated for an award at Cannes, and I had no idea how I was going to get there.
In 2017, I won the Gerard Sokoto Award. What it consisted of was a prize to Paris.
A colleague told me about IFAS, and so I sent them a mail, and before I knew it, they had responded and they were going to support me.
They assisted us in a trip to France, to the Clermont-Ferrand International Short Film Festival.
Cinematheque is an educational program that offers children from 7 years old to 18 years old to actually produce their own film.
Another program, which is more a long-standing program, is Creation Africa.
Creation Africa is an incubator program for creatives from South Africa, Lesotho and Malawi.
We managed to make it into the top 12 group of the Creation Africa program, and that led us to going to Paris, which was such an amazing experience.
It was a really life-changing experience going to Gardens as a part of the Train the Trainers program.
So luckily the film was screened internationally in Lisbon, Portugal, and it was also screened here, locally here in Johannesburg.
It was always just like a script on paper, and that trip really solidified funders coming on board.
We actually got to interact with people from games outside of just Africa.
So we got to sit in the lectures with 100 different students from all over the world, like every part of the world, learning from the animation masters.
In that period, I got to see almost like everything I had aspired for as a younger artist come into fruition.
Because whilst we were at Go Blind, we were just shadowing, but at the summer school, it was our time to shine. So we were the ones in charge.
And then what was really special is once the film was complete, the film was then selected to as official selection for the Clermont-Ferrand International Short Film Festival. So it really was beautiful having this full circle moment from pitching to screening the film.
They were really big for me, so I actually thought of I could actually do this as a career.
Yeah, the collaboration with IFAS and Encounters Documentary Festival has been going on since IFAS started.
And this has really been a great opportunity for us to enhance cultural exchanges and knowledge sharing.
From the moment we started the Bioscope Independent Cinema here in Johannesburg, there was this natural and great partnership with IFAS because they've got an incredible library of films and this will to screen it and share it with Johannesburg.
The partnership that we at the Durban Film Mart has had with IFAS over the years has helped our filmmakers gain international visibility, help them gain funding for their projects, help filmmakers develop.
For me, as an awarded artist, it's a milestone for me also. It kind of shows me as that I come from this lineage of artists, you know, of being celebrated in Africa, you know.
Art is in the DNA of the French people. You can't do anything and that excludes the arts.
IFAS helped us cover costs to create an acrobatic art film called Moya. And it was seen in 42 countries. Then it went on to win more awards. And now this show, after touring a test run in South Africa, the show has been touring the world.
They did not only focus on taking my work to France, but also to find collaborative ways with other artists in dance, in choreography within the continent.
Why Fedula music is important for South Africa? It's because it identifies and gives opportunity to young musicians to enter the mainstream.
A really good example is BCUC. Who was spotted by a French agent.
They've been very supportive of our career, of our sound, because we've got a very strange sound.
IFAS didn't find us too weird, you know. They found us interesting, you know, and it made us to be confident in singing in our language because we meet people who sing in their language and we don't understand them.
IFAS Research is a French research center. It's based in Johannesburg. It has been since 1995. It has 3 mother institutions: the French Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the French Ministry of Higher Education and Research, and the French National Center for Scientific Research. Its core missions are to A, do research, and B, support research in the social sciences and the humanities.
The relationship with IFAS Research is not simply about getting funds and then we doing it. It is about being part of an intellectual community, sharing ideas.
IFAS Research has actually been quite important in a lot of different archaeological projects. I think the name comes up a lot and they're very supportive in terms of helping to facilitate workshops and funding individual researchers and research projects. And so I always kind of feel like IFAS Research has these open doors to researchers to give opportunities for them to do field work and do their research.
IFAS Research has a regional mandate of 12 countries in Southern Africa. So we work with French researchers, South African researchers, but also researchers and colleagues across those 12 countries, as well as researchers from across the globe who work on those 12 countries.
Oui, alors c'est une collaboration qui a commencé déjà depuis un petit moment, hein. Ça fait 15 ans que l'IFAS Recherche soutient mes différentes activités de recherche et plus largement les activités ensuite de l'équipe qui a été montée.
IFAS Research funded me when I was a PhD student back in 2016 to go to a conference at Toulouse University. And now they're funding my students that I supervise.
I think IFAS research has been absolutely essential to the development of Southern African studies.
A few years ago in an exhibition called The Art of Comics, we had a VR exhibition that was a French production, but in collaboration with the National Archives in South Africa. And it was about the Rivonia trial.
The digitization of the Rivonia trial, to a certain extent, it was maybe a pioneering project which was saying or showing South Africa and probably the world to say, look, this thing is doable.
The Buka Library is the largest public collection of French books in South Africa. Beyond the library being a space of books, the library has transformed into what the French called un tiers-lieu. It's now a place of debates, it's now a place of meetings, it's now a place of changing and sharing ideas.
It's quite a monumental collaboration with IFAS, and I think that's likely the most successful contribution to South African arts, culture and literature by any foreign government.
So as a French teacher in South Africa, IFAS is very supportive in terms of giving us books when we need them and the trainings that are needed in order for us to teach the language correctly to the South African public.
I love being an artist and showing, but also love to engage with the people that make things happen. And the French have allowed us to do that with them. The idea came to say like, oh, can we occupy IFAS?
To work in their offices or allowing us to turn their offices into a temporary studio space was just an amazing experience.
And then plugging those productions into an art fair.
So Exhibition Match is basically the meeting place of sport and art. It's an exhibition of artworks about football, and then a match, which is essentially a live football match that has artists playing, curators playing, collectors playing, and everyone kind of coming together.
IFAS is bringing history. IFAS is bringing, when I say history, it's bringing culture.
One of the things I appreciate about the French nation is how much they value the creative economy and the creative industries.
We bring the best of France, we bring the best of South Africa into this partnership, and ultimately the benefits there are to the young artists.
That's great to be here this year and to be part of this celebration, and I think it's an anniversary is always a perfect time to look back, something that you do not do on a normal year.
The impact that the French government through IFAS is able to do, to build new bridges between France, possibly also Europe and this part of the African continent. Yeah.
It's very important to be part of the future of our country. And when I say our country, it's France too. Because the creativity we made together, it's also for France. It's not, it's really an equality. It's not France who helps South Africa, not at all. It's South Africa who helps France too into developing its creativity.
We believe in cultural diversity. We need this cultural diversity, including in South Africa, so we have to promote South African art. And in promoting South African art, we promote our country, France.
But it's really about, creating a bridge and creating the conditions so that these two societies, impersonated by artists, get together, get to know each other, and start working together. And no one connects better with an artist than another artist.
I want to encourage the French Institute to keep on growing into this milestone of 30 years, maybe make it 100 years, So, yeah, that's my only wish.
The life before IFAS and the life after IFAS is two different bands.
There's people that are looking
to see you win. And I think that's what's most valuable about IFAS.
We always had this relationship with the French, and now we occupied IFAS. So it's always, yeah, they family, I guess.